G'day guys, Clarky here from Clarky's Column. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys my top 17 from the 21st century. I've only included players that have played within this time frame because I'm a little bit too young to obviously know of players that played before that. So, starting off at fullback now, I've gone with Darren Lockyer. Now, I know Lockyer was primarily known for 5'8" through his career, but we have to remember he did start his career as a fullback, and he was one of the best fullbacks in the world whilst playing there, if not the best. Onto our wings now. Now, I've gone with Wendell Sailor here and Billy Slater. Both obviously a little bit different sort of players. Now, I know I'm playing Billy Slater out of position. He is considered one of the best fullbacks of all time. But he did also play wing before, so that's why I've slotted him here. And you'll see later on in the team that I've included the big three in this. So that's also why I've kept Billy in this side. So we would have the ability to link up with Cam and Cooper like we saw for so many years at the Melbourne Storm. Onto Wendell Sailor now. I think this one sort of speaks for itself. He's a dual international for our country. Very, very powerful ball runner, very slick finisher, and one of the best wingers we've ever seen. Into the centres now. Now I've gone with Greg Inglis and Steve Renouf. Now, Greg Inglis, not really too much to say there. He's versatile, can play fullback, 5'8", or even wing for us. An amazing centre, one of the best we've ever seen. And Steve Renouf, whilst I know he did retire from the NRL, I believe, in 1999, he did play, I believe, 2 years of Super League. So that would extend him into 2001, making him eligible for my team as this is from the 21st century. Into the halves now. Now, of course, you can't split these two in the discussion of GOAT. Johnathan Thurston and Andrew Johns. So I've put them here together. JT at 5'8" because that's where he played a little bit more of his career, especially in representative football for the Queensland Maroons and Australian Kangaroos, and Joey as our halfback. Onto our front row pairing now, I've gone with Petero Civoniceva and Shane Webcke. Look, these two on their day were the best. They would lead the Broncos to victory at that forward pack. They would lead the Maroons to victory. Both have multiple honours and awards to their name, and I don't really see too many other props being able to contend for this position. Into hooker now, another very easy one, Cameron Smith. Now, I would have Smith captain this side. I've just never seen a leader so influential as Smith is. He's a referee, a coach, and a player out there all in one, and I don't think we've ever seen that before from a player. Into the back row now, I've gone with the aggressive Gordon Tallis. What about his tackle on Brett Hodgson in State of Origin? That will live on forever in State of Origin and Rugby League highlights and history. And I've partnered him with the Beaver, Stephen Menzies. So durable. I think he played over 500 games of NRL and Super League combined. And he was really sort of the back rower that revolutionised the try-scoring abilities. You know, before that, back rowers were typically seen as just tuck the ball under your arm and have a straight hit up. But Menzies showed with some powerful outside lines that you can be a try scorer in the back row. Onto the lock now, and I've got Jason Taumalolo. Now, big Jace, I mean, consistently up all over the 200-metre mark every single game for metres made. I don't think we've ever seen that before, and I'm not sure we ever will. This guy is just like a genetic freak. He can go all day. He's got a huge gas tank on him. He's as fast as an outside back, but he's got the body of a prop. So he's certainly a freak athlete. Onto the bench now, and I've included Cooper Cronk as our utility. Now, I know there are players that are a bit more versatile than Cooper Cronk, but I've included him here so that we have the ability to partner up the big three again. Of course, Billy Slater, Cameron Smith, and Cooper Cronk. We saw the highlights they are capable of and the damage they can do to an opposition during their time at Melbourne. So for me, it just made sense to carry Cooper in this side somewhere. I've got on the bench also Corey Parker. Now, Corey Parker is the sort of player that probably could have played another 3 or 4 years, but he went out at the top of his game. If anything, I would say Corey Parker, and I believe stats suggest this also, was improving every year towards the end of his career, which is just, you know, we don't see that very often at all. Very, very insane. And I've partnered him on the bench also with Sam Burgess and Nathan Hindmarsh. Now, Sam Burgess is aggressive. He is probably the best English import we have ever had play the NRL. So I believe he needs to be in this side. His aggression that he adds to a forward pack, his leadership is invaluable. And I've partnered him also with in my opinion, the best defender in our game of all time, Nathan Hindmarsh. This guy I looked up to very much as a kid growing up. I tried to replicate my game on Hindy, making a lot of tackles and going all day, really. Hindmarsh was just an exceptional defender, and in my opinion, as I said before, the best we've ever seen. Now, at 18th man, I have Paul Gallen. I know it's going to upset a few people. I believe he's only 6 losses off the most in NRL history, but we have to look at the facts. Paul Gallen is a true 80-minute player. You know what you're going to get out of him every single game, and that's multiple hit-ups and no bullshit defense for the whole game. For those reasons, his rep sheet and his award sheet is very extensive, and I would have liked to slot Gallen somewhere on this team, but I couldn't, so that's why I've put him at 18th man. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up my 21st century top 17. Let me know on Facebook, Instagram, or down below if you agree, disagree, or any changes you would make to this side. As always, guys, I hope everyone's well and enjoying this content during the off-season. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram because I've got a lot of great stuff planned for 2019. With that being said, my name's Dane from Clarkie's Column. Thank you for watching my video.